The big diesel surveyed the shed. Not bad. I've seen worse. At least you're all clean. The engines glared. It's not your fault, he went on, but you're all out of date. Your controller should scrap you and get engines like me. A fill of oil, a touch on the starter, and I'm off. No bother, no waiting. They have to fuss around you for hours before you're ready. The engines were furious. Next morning, they held an indignation meeting around the turntable. Disgraceful, grumbled Gordon. Disgusting, said James. Despicable, spluttered Henry. To say such things to us, burst out Donald and Douglas. It's to teach 'em a lesson we be wanting. Now how do we do it? Their chance came sooner than expected. The diesel purred comfortably. An inspector watched the fitter making adjustments. The wind tugged at the inspector's hat. The diesel was ready. Look at me, Duck and Stepney, he purred. Now I'll show you something. He rolled proudly towards his coaches. Then, suddenly, he coughed, faltered, choked, and stopped. The inspector, meanwhile, had seen none of this. He was looking for his hat. Can we help you at all? Asked Duck and Stepney sweetly. The diesel seethed with fury as they pushed him back to the shed. My hat! Exclaimed the inspector. You sucked it into your air pipe! Bother your hat, said Sir Topham Hatt. The heavy train's due out in 10 minutes. You'll have to take it, Duck. Can I help him, sir? Asked Stepney. Certainly, said Sir Topham Hatt. The engines were soon ready. Gordon will take over from halfway, so get the train there. Never mind about being late. Good luck. Don't worry, sir, smiled Stepney. We'll get there, and be early, too. Moving carefully over the rails, the engines reached the open line. Now for a sprint, huffed Stepney. I'm ready when you are, puffed Duck. Soon they were whizzing through Edward Station, and next they charged at Gordon's Hill beyond. They felt the drag of the heavy coaches here. It was hard work. But once over the top, they were running smoothly along the line toward the big station. Hello, you're early, said Gordon. That's one in the headlamp for old Diesel. James says he's sick as boiler sludge and sulking in the shed. Out of date, are we? Ha ha ha! And Gordon puffed away. Everyone was sad the next day when Stepney had to go. All the engines who could came to say goodbye. Donald and Douglas made everyone sing Auld Lang Syne. And then Stepney puffed off to a chorus of cheers and whistles. Goodbye, Stepney. Come back and see us soon. Goodbye. Goodbye. But what about Diesel? He'd slipped out when no one was looking. He said goodbye to no one, but left two things behind. The nasty smell of bad manners and a battered bowler hat.